Moiarara, ki tēnei tuku moiarara, ki tērā tuku kai āpurua koe ki te toto whakapuru tonu ti hei Māori ora. E te rahi, e te nui, nau mai hara mai ki tēnei whira, ki te awa kairangi. Hoi anō, e te kāna kia tuku mihi ki te mana whenua tēnei takiwā te Atiawa, ki te maunga rau Manukau e tuhiho nei, ko te wāhi nei te awa kairangi, me ona awa tēnā koutou katoa. E hoa mā, nau mai hara mai ki tēnei whira, ki tēnei kēmu, he pakana kei te haere. E Gary, kei a koe te kōrero.
Kia ora, and welcome ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Softball New Zealand presentation of the 2025 Under-17 National Tournament for Boys here at Fraser Ballpark in the beautiful Hutt Valley. Very beautiful today with all the sun that's out. We've got a major game here on day 3 of competition, and it is Canterbury taking on Counties Manukau. I'm getting a hint of deja vu. The game has just started, but I've already called a game between Counties Manukau and Canterbury today. My name's Gary Rohe for Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. Joining me today will be Naomi Shaw. Naomi, welcome along. Lovely to have you here.
Kia ora koutou katoa, and thanks very much for that warm welcome. It's going to be a great game. This is major semi-final, and the winner of this game will go straight through to the final. And of course, as we know, on Diamond 2, Hutt Valley and Whakanui are playing for the right to play for the loser of this game. So all action, and here we are in day 3 of a really exciting competition.
And also joining me today, our Māori expert, the dulcet tones, and also one of the most well-known softball identities in softball, Wiremu Tamaki. Wiremu, absolutely fantastic to have you along as well.
Tēnā koe, Gary, tēnā koe mō tēnā mihi ki au. Hei, he kaiwa wao noiho, hoi anō ki tēnei turu. Ko te kai kōrero mo te kēmu nei I te reo Māori. Nō reira, kia ora mai tātou.
Thank you for that. Now, we've already had a little bit of action in this ball game. We've had Bronson Harper in. He was the first out. There's actually 2 out. He was followed by Blake Knighton, who just got taken out at 1. And into bat already, it seems so fast, is number 1, Ariko Ratu, who performed very well. In that game earlier this morning, it was Counties Manukau that got the bragging rights over Canterbury. But that means nothing now, as we have the rest of the batting iron up first for Canterbury. We've got Romana Kumiroa, followed by Tyler Rush, Raikos Iosifos Towers, Chucky Tahere, Nako Kennedy, Dylan Creighton rounds out the order for Canterbury. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The scene is set for what should be an extremely exciting game. As Naomi has already pointed out, it's a major semi-final. The winner of this game gets to go and play, I presume, tomorrow morning's game for the right to go to the grand final. So everything is happening at the pointy end of this tournament, and it starts right here for these teams. We'll just quickly clue you into the fielding defensive lineup out there at right field. Kelly Cornelio, Hamiora Tuidi, and Kaizak Goodenough is the outfield. Taiaki Jackson at shortstop, Tamehana Star third base, D'Artagnan Posimani at second, Mikaela Kingi Hicks at first, Hunter Bailey doing the pitches to Cole Matthews. That's the County Manukau defensive lineup for you. And we have Rico Ratu sitting out there at first base. 2 down, top of the first innings, up to bat, number 4, Romana Kumiroa. Wow, after all that, Naomi, it's time you said something. How do you see this game going?
There he goes on the first pitch. They're not afraid to be really aggressive on offence, and Ratu is safe down at second base. I was just going to say something about the Ratu whānau. Of course, Dad Stephen, Mum Carly, and Sister Kaya are all right up there in international New Zealand softball. So it's really good to see their young fella out there playing now.
Absolutely, and we had the pleasure of having Kaya Ratu come into the dugout and earn her stripes, so to speak, as a commentator. And she helped us out with immensely, actually, because she knows the Canterbury boys inside and out, and helped us out with her view on that game, and did a really good job in doing it. Kaya, if you're listening, welcome back anytime.
And I think you'll find that Canterbury are going to play a really aggressive offence, and so will Counties Manukau. I called the first game with Counties Manukau. We're out there, and they were pretty happy to steal bases where they could too as well. So I think we're going to see a lot of action here offensively and defensively.
Haluki, tika ana kōrua ki tēnei kēmu, he kēmu matua tēnei, ki nei tukurua nei. Ka wini, ka haere koe tōtika ki te mutina hei āpopo, ne? Mo te whānau. Ka ngaro, he kēmu anō hei te ata, purei anō, he take anō.
There we go, and it's Hunter Bailey out on the mound for Counties Manukau as we see Rico Ratu steal down to third base. Scoring opportunity now for Canterbury. 2 down it is. Kumiroa up to bat. Another familiar name from Canterbury softball. Pops this one out. It's going straight to the shortstop. Takes it comfortably and defuses that situation nicely.
Ki runga, ki raro, ka hopu kia, ka puta.
Top of the first complete. No score in this ball game. We'll be back with more action in just a minute.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the taku taimana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What he can do in 50,000 turn up.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're into the bottom of the first innings. This game is only just getting underway. And there we go with Canterbury out on the diamond there. It's Counties Manukau. They're playing in this one. Up to bat for them to lead off will be number 59, Tamihana Star. He'll be followed by D'Artagnan Posimani, Cole McWilliams, Mikaela Kingi Hicks, Hunter Bailey, Hamiora Tuiri, Jackson Tapiki, coming in at number 8, Kaizak Goodenough, and number 9, Kani Hiraka, the DP in their lineup, completes them. Very impressive side, this Counties Manukau side. There's not too many teams can come into a tournament and say they've beaten Hutt Valley and Canterbury in one day. Well, this team have done it, and they've earned the right to try and beat Canterbury again. So, you know, you fire enough bullet darts at the scoreboard, and sooner or later, Canterbury, a team like Canterbury, could get up and bite you.
And it was Counties Manukau had actually won last year's national title too as well, and they managed to retain a large number of their current players on the field. So that's always helpful when you can bring back boys who are just another little, a year older and a year more experienced.
Tamihana Star, who's proved himself to be up to his surname. He's been a real star for them in the field today. He's been patrolling third base, and he's going to be again today, and absolutely soaking up everything that's came his way. But has also proved to be very effective with the bat, and not just because he managed to hit a Grand Slam auto in the game against Canterbury this morning.
Not bad. Grand Slam
bad.
auto.
Yes.
Men's distance. Yeah. 4 runs across the plate on a swing of a bat.
Yeah.
It's pretty good for an under 17 grade.
I can tell you, he's also possesses a cannon of an arm from 3 to 1. So he seems to have all the tools, this lad.
E ki ngā taringa e whakarongo ana ki tēnei, ko te kaitia nai, nei poi toru, ball 3.
Aye. Faces to bunt, pulls back, earns himself the walk, heads down to first base.
Ka tae e ia te hikoi.
Now, I've seen a lot of these lads today in this softball. D'Artagnan Posimani, another impressive player for them. Scorched around the bases against Hutt Valley for an in-the-diamond home run. Probably had no right to do it, but just that little bit of extra pace came in underneath the tag.
Tata.
You know, what I like about these young fellas is they're not afraid to throw the ball around, are they? It was probably a big lead taken there, and, you know, catcher Dylan Creighton was going to try and pick him off down there, and it was pretty close, actually.
Here we go. D'Artagnan. Now, D'Artagnan, that's a familiar name.
Tanyan?
Yeah, this is one of the Three Musketeers.
D'Artagnan.
I was wondering where you were going with that, Gary.
I'm just
Haramoite
thinking,
Musketeer.
maybe that's got something to do with 1, 2, 3 in the batting order. I don't know. It's a flash handle, though. Good on him.
Poi ki waho, kataia ki te poi toru.
See, taking that pick off, it's interesting, though, because that lead off is about half the size it was the first time.
Yes. Yeah. He's showing his arm. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, a little bit of respect there for from the runners now. Great pitch, just touching the outside.
Nā ai, haramai ki runga i te Main Street ne, o tata i te Preti, mo te haukai. Poi toru, haukai tahi.
Tyler Rush doing the pitching out there for Canterbury. We've seen 3 pitches from them so far today. We've also seen 3 different pitches used by counties. So it's good to see teams coming to the tournament with that sort of firepower as D'Artagnan Posimani earns the walk down to 1. And counties Manukau, this is what they do. You know, they'll get guys on bases. Their base running is extremely smart.
Yeah.
They're very well coached out there on third base by Michelle Kingy.
Yeah.
And she makes all the right decisions.
Yeah, probably a little bit of a nervous start too as well, maybe for the young fella Tyler Rush on the mound. You know, it's not easy being out there in the pitcher, but yeah, I'm sure he'll be able to come back in.
Yeah, well, he's had to stand there in his fielding position, which he's been playing first, and watch the other guys go about their job, knowing that sooner or later in the day he's going to get asked. And from what I believe, he's actually the ace in the team. Although young Ratu could come in and pitch as well if he's needed.
That's what I've noticed, Gary. There's actually teams are carrying 1, 2, and 3 fairly decent pitchers.
Yeah.
And that's always handy when you come to a tournament. And no longer are pitchers dominant like they used to be. You know, hitters have become really strong over the past few years. So it's always useful to carry a few more pitchers if you've got them.
Yeah, good for the development, especially of pitching at the moment who have, you know, you've got strong hitting, so that can only make them better.
Absolutely.
Ka whakaharo rātou a Counties Manukau mo te tuki, kia neke haere nā kai oma kei runga i nā pai, me ki rā ki 60 feet. Hoi anō, ka re taia.
Well, Michelle Kingy, she hasn't hesitated to make the calls when it's needed. And I can tell you, these boys, they possess the speed. If you give them an inch, they'll take it. And they'll turn one base into 2 in the blink of an eye as well.
What's interesting about this game, Gary, is not only we've got a female coach on third base for Counties Manukau, as already said, Michelle Kingy, former White Sox pitcher. For Canterbury, there's also Sha Poaka, who was a former White Sox captain in her day. So, you know, really good to see that gender equity out there, I'd say.
I don't know about that, Naomi, but I tell you what, those are 2 very experienced players / coaches. So, best for the job.
Absolutely. And, you know, here we are in a major semi-final and both teams are very well coached, as we've already seen. So, really good to see them put him back. And, of course, their kids are involved. And that's what happens. Parents put back because their kids are involved.
Yeah.
Ko te ahua nei o mo te kai epo no Waitaha. He mea ake tēnei kia whiu te poro ki te Preti. Kia tai atu ki nā haukai, hauke, hoi anō. E tino tarai ana ia ki te karawhi.
Well, of course, Shara's got quite a team out there. She's got Jason Harper on the bases. But also part of that is Stephen Ratu, and we've seen the ball go all the way out to the centre field fence. This time it's Counties Manukau. They're going to score 1. They're going to score 2. And there we go. Just like that, they jump up and get you. Cole McWilliams hits one all the way out to the fence and scores 2 RBIs.
What a beautiful hit straight up the middle. It was pretty powerful and just slightly to the right of the centre fielder, all the way to the fence. And like you said, Gary, these fellas aren't hanging around on base. And the first 2 runners crossed the plate quite easily. And they've now got another one in scoring position with none down.
Te gana kōrua he pai tēnā patu ki te pai Wainganui o te whiranei, and ka tae ati ki te toru, pai toru, ka hara mai nā oma e rua.
That's amazing, yes, because number 67, Amikara Kingi Hicks, up to bat now, is right in the power of their batting. There's a danger signs for Canterbury already in this ball game. The aggression and the base running and the hitting that counties are displayed right throughout the day has been amazing, and that's been led by the decisions that coaches have made as well. This time it's gone to the back net. It's on Canterbury this time as they leak another one.
Yeah, tough pitch to catch that one, got by the catcher. But base runner Cole Williams is not hanging around. He's in there to score their 3rd run.
Just like that, with none out. And it is Kingi Hicks still in the batter's box. 3-0. And this is the way they've been playing. They're very aggressive. If you get 1 run, you know they're going to be looking for 4 or 5. In the 3rd innings against Canterbury, they lit up when it was a very tight ball game up till then. Scored 6 runs from 3 swings of the bat. 2 solos and a grand slam. And boom, just in the blink of an eye, it went from the score it was to 8-1.
Tino koe te kaimatu o te timo waitaha kia hara mai, ki runga i te whira kia kōrero, hei kōrero ki te tima nei, kia tau, ne, kia tau.
This time it's Hicks who lines one down the 3rd base for a foul. But again, just going aggressively hard at anything near the zone. Combine that with the strength, the good eye and timing, and sooner or later the bat's going to catch up with it.
Hara mai te poro, hara mai, karawhiua te patu.
Time he's tried to pull out of one, it's gone straight back to rush at pitcher, and it is Hicks who's the first out here in the bottom of the 1st innings. A lot has happened in this 1st inning so far. It's hard to remember that we are still in the 1st innings, so it's early danger signs for Canterbury, but plenty of time for them to make it right. Hunter Bailey up to bat for Counties Manukau now, doing the pitching for them. The 3rd pitcher they've used today. Mikaela Kingi Hicks pitched the Canterbury game in the last game. And we had Kaizak Goodenough came in and pitched the whole game against Hutt Valley. And now it is Hunter Bailey who will be asked to go through in this game.
I think we've already mentioned, I think it's really important that associations develop those extra pitches, having 1, 2 and 3 pitches to call on through a 4-day tournament. It's always going to hold them in good stead as they move through the age grades and up into elite grades as well, to have a number of pitches to call on.
Well, I think this tournament, what a fine example for all the associations that are involved. There's 15 teams here this week. And, we're already seeing what a team like Wanganui can do to a team like Wellington, who are through to the playoff game, which I believe is being played right now. They're out on the other diamond playing against Hutt Valley. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in that game as well.
And Whakanui are doing pretty well down at the Girls Under-17 Championships in Christchurch as well. And that comes off the back of some pretty decent work from the coaches they've got up there. Fiona Campbell, Lindsay Edwards, Paula Darlington, all done over many years. And the work that they've been put in is starting to come to fruition.
Ni roto I te kemenei ka taia a Hunter Bailey ki te paitahi. I runga I te hekoi.
Sitting proudly out there at 3rd base after picking the walk. Hamiora Tuiri into bat now. Number 35 for Counties Manukau.
He epa wawe tēnā ki te screen and ana ka taia te Bailey ki te pai urua.
Moved across to 2 now. But just as quickly from this team, you've seen them go with the long handles and hit the ball out towards the fence. You're already seeing Tuedi shortening up the handle, looking for the slap or the bunt.
Oh, they're very adept at playing the short game as well too. Rush just struggling to get the ball across the plate there a little bit. He's just touching the outside corners and not quite there for the strikes, but I'm sure it's only the first innings. And I believe he hasn't had a lot of pitching time here, so it might take him a little bit of time to settle in.
Just trying to hit those corners. There's a steal, and it did not take long to come, but these guys are fast. And if you don't execute, they're going to beat you to the base.
Tēnō tere a Bailey ki te oma ki te pai tori.
And of course, it's interesting that you've got a pitcher who's stealing bases normally. in the adult games, pitchers just pitch, but these young fellas can do it all.
And I saw there's the walk here, and this time it's Tuedi who does the job he's there to do. Got the runner across the 3, but also gets himself safe at first. 46, Jackson Tāpiki up to bat now. Now we've got more danger. There's only 1 out. And Counties can probably look to sacrifice here to score another run. Go, he's instigated the rundown. We'll see how it gets executed. And it gets executed just fine.
Yeah, beautifully executed there by Canterbury. Threw the ball down. It was cut. And they were obviously going for the runner at third base, and they got him in the end. Well done.
Tarata koi hoi anō, kare anō kia taia. Ka hopu kia ki Wanganui i te pai tori ki te Preti.
I've seen a couple of teams, we've seen a couple of teams have a hard time executing the rundown today. It was good to see one almost clinically done there. He had no chance. Well done. This one's gone hard into the dirt. It's Rush who comes up and makes the tag. And just like that, Canterbury are out of the innings.
Took the easier tag there, just with the runner on third base bolting for the plate, was just able to tag him instead of making the play across to one.
Nice work there by Canterbury to get out of that one, but not before they go down in this ball game by 3 runs, 2-0 against Counties Manukau. We'll come back with more action in just a minute.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the taku time moana.
So they created legislation, forestall and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What he can do in 50,000 turn up.
100.9 and 94.9 Atiawa Toa.
When the radio's on and the sound is hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa Toa. All the best throwbacks.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, where we've had an exercise in making sure the the pitcher's mound is at the right distance here at Fraser Ballpark, where it is Counties taking on Canterbury in this ball game. Counties that enjoy a 3-0 lead over Canterbury after one complete innings. We're now into the top of the second, and we're just waiting to get underway while you enjoy some pictures of the highlights, or that were on, for the home runs in the previous game. It was a real highlight of the day in the previous game against Canterbury. Those pictures are just the conference going on around whether or not the plate is in the right place. I don't know, Naomi, does measuring a pitcher's plate need to take this long?
There's a lot of discussion going out there, and somebody's got a tape measure. It shouldn't take too long to run that out.
It definitely by committee out there anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately the rubber mat, which is is not pinned onto the AstroTurf because of the artificial turf. So eventually it is going to slip forward.
Yeah.
Probably with every game. But it's not like we're having to remark the whole diamond, is it, for every game?
Right.
So there's a bit of give and take.
Give and take.
So e hoa mai, hei, kei waina nui te whakatānei, kia mohi mai ki ngā taringa, kia mohi mai tamata nei kēmu me ki me ngā kupu o tamata nei tūranga. Ko te kēmu nei, poiuka, koina te kupu mō softball, poiuka, and ko te tūranga mo te kai karawhiu, koina te kai epa, pitcher, ko te kai tana te hōpukia te poro, koina te catcher, ko te kai hopu, ka tai atu ki te paitahi, ko te kai paitahi, kai pai tū, pai rua, and ko te shortstop, kai tata, ne? Ko te kai tata, tata, close, short enough, shortstop, ki te pai toru, nāwari noho kai pai toru, and then ki te whira, rohe Māui, rohe wainga, rohe matai. Koina nā tūranga. Kia ora.
Kia ora for that. All the positions laid out for you guys. Just like that. Rush rears back to get the game going again. This time it is, Hunter Bailey. We've got Counties Manukau out there, of course. We were in a break.
We do have Tyler Rush, the Canterbury pitcher, in the batter's box, and as we already mentioned, these guys are pretty athletic, and he's sitting in the clean-up spot as well too.
There we go. He drops one down short. He's got very fast down the base, but not before that cannon at third base from Tamiana Star takes him down. Nice job.
Wasn't it a great out? Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise bunt there from Tyler Rush. He's obviously got speed to boot. That was a great play from Tamiana Star.
He's got the sort of speed that the Warriors have liked, because he's apparently been signed by them.
Oh, wow.
O aha ko tana te tere e hara I te tere o te kai whira e ka karawhiu te poro ki te paitahi mo te puta.
This one pops back and we're waiting for it to go somewhere near the booth. There we go, makes it over the back for a foul ball. Number 12 into bat is Rokos Iosefo Stowers. He's listed in the lineup as the DP.
Hokai tahi, strike one.
Strapping sort of a lad himself. And he hits one hard out through second base. Great amount of range shown by the second base out there to pick that up.
He did really well just to get to the ball, to field, to glove it. Yeah, probably a little bit of a lost cause to try and get that out, but he did have a shot, and I love seeing that.
He did, he absolutely did. Tried to do the old off-balance, heading in the wrong direction throw. Not an easy thing to do.
Me ke ko te Gene Lutton.
As a specialist. Hey?
And of course you see a lot of that in baseball, don't you? But of course they've got a lot bigger diamond, and they have the time. They have the time to get those outs that go up the middle. Yeah.
Yeah. That's those multi-million-dollar arms. Our guys are talented amateurs.
Yeah, true that. True story.
So Iosefo sitting comfortably there at first base. Rush sitting out there at second base.
No, rushes out.
Oh, he
He's,
got taken out,
but
sorry.
great out from young star.
Yes, he
So
did,
better
sorry.
in the box is the centre fielder, Chucky Tahi there.
Catching up. There we go. Tahiri, Chucky Tahiri out there to bat. Has a hard swing at an inside pitch.
Tata ki te whenua, ka karawhiu te patsu mo te haukai.
Two pitches we haven't seen today in operation yet, but Hunter Bailey already seems to be warming into his task.
Koina poro te epe piki, eh? Epa piki.
Really quite keen to see what the velocity is off these pitches. It looks pretty impressive from where I am at the back here.
Yep, we've seen several of them going to work, and if we were able to put a speed radar on them, yeah, it would be interesting to see where they're at.
Well, not only speed for that movement as well too.
Yeah, several of them have had good command of their range of motion. I believe the Wanganui pitcher put a real clinic on the Wellington boys over on Diamond 2.
Oh,
Here we see a line out. It's a great catch out
what
there.
a catch!
Right field by Kelly Cornelio to take out the batter on that one for the second out. Chucky Tahiri hit a great hit. You'd be feeling unlucky to be back in the dugout after that.
Oh, very unlucky, and I'd have to say that pretty smart base running there from Raikoso Sefa Stowers. I actually thought it was going to the right field fence, and he had presence of mind to hold up there and avoid the double play.
Yeah. Cornelio just reached up and plucked that out of the air.
Tēnō hopu kia tēnā. Mehe me ka taka te poro, o ka taia tērā kaioma i te paitahi. Te rape ki te pareti mo te oma.
This time of the evening in Hutt Valley, I'd actually hate to receive that same hit in left field, because that young man out there is looking straight into the sun.
That's what happens when the sun sinks in the west.
Yeah.
Yeah, but good to see Canterbury coming back with some pretty solid hitting.
Yeah.
You know, early days in this game yet. Expect to see a lot of action yet.
Yeah, I fully expect Canterbury can score the runs needed. As we see a pop fly, it's going into shallow.
It's going to be a tough one.
Shortstop that
Yeah.
can't make the play.
Yeah. We were just talking about that sun and the impact, and there it was. Dropped right between the shortstop and left field there. A difficult one to catch, I have to say. Jackson Tapiki, the shortstop, Kaisak good enough in left field. And also the sun continued with to as well.
Tēnā poro ki runga, ki te pai Māui, ka taka, ka neke atu na kaioma, me kira ko te 60 feet.
Natio Kennedy it was who hit that one. He's safe out there at first. Runners on 1 and 2 now for Canterbury. And they are now in a position to impact the scoreboard if they can. 2 down. Dylan Creighton up to bat. And pressure fully on.
Nā, ko tahi te patu, ka hoki mai a waitaha.
This time it's Canterbury who is showing a bit more aggressive with their at-bats, their swings, their cuts they're taking.
Ko te kaite, haukai rua, strike 2. Koina, ko tērā patu I hoa ma, ko te harai.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful picture out there at the moment with this way that sun's going here at
Beautiful.
20 to 6, and it is Hunter Bailey who strikes out Creighton, and that will end the top of the second innings. 3-0. It is Counties Manukau who are leading Canterbury. We'll find out what Counties can do when we come back in just a minute.
Let's go then, eh?
You want to just jump in, the dark horse?
Deep down, that's all we want. Just freedom.
You sucker. You better watch out, you fool.
Often think of my cousin.
She didn't have anyone.
She had us.
You're pretty beautiful.
Same.
We're going to get you back, Mata. I promise.
Kiriata no Aotearoa, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just as the umpire yells play, speaking of the umpires, the other team out there, we haven't let you know who they are. Behind the plate, Eli Lesperance. Out at first base is Brodie Donald. And out at third base was going to be Ross Emerson. But we've got a team of two out there this afternoon instead of a team of three.
Tērā pē kei te rātu ki I kare anō ki a mutu. Koina te take kare I konei a Ross. Hoi anō, he kimu kei mui I a tatou. Ko te kaite nei, puitahi, haukai tahi.
Number 34 it is, Kaizak, good enough up to bat for Counties Manukau. Pitched a wonderful game for his team in the game against Hutt Valley. Really did just work the zone, gave the Hutt Valley batters nothing to sit back on, and left the game with only 2 singles against his name. Great job done by him. Good enough to stay in the order, however. Good enough, he's in there
And on the
batting,
field.
And on the field.
Yeah. Tyler Rush just struggling to get that rhythm he needs. He's certainly got a lot of velocity and movement, but he needs to get it across the plate. Oh, that may have been a bit premature. Batter comes back into the batter's box.
Pātai Canterbury ki te kaiwawau. Kua karawhia te patu. Ai.
Where did these counties boys go to school? Only 3 balls and 1 strike. And it is Rush that gets the benefit of another crack at the batter. And there we go. It's a photo replay of the previous pitch. This time.
Ka tae te hikoi. Ka nuku ki te paitahi. Mo tā rātou tīma.
Comes in as the DP is number 33, Kani Hiraka. I think Tyler Rush, and we've seen some of the other pitchers opposing counties, Naomi, they are trying to work around the edges. Anytime I've seen them come into the zone, it's hit time, unfortunately, for the team that does it.
And I think when you're... he may have had him if he'd stopped that, yeah. And I think when you're facing a team as formidable as Counties Manukau, pretty much hitting 1 to 9, you can't afford to hang it in the middle there. You do have to touch the corners. But unfortunately, he's given up a few walks. And, but again, it's early days yet. Expect to see him come back. Nice pitch. There he is. Back in again.
Brings it in. Gets a nice call from the blue out there. And a good pitch for a strike. This one finds the turf. Once again, the counties guys show good discipline to get themselves into hitters' counts. 3 balls, 1 strike on Hiraka in this one.
Good job, Tyler. Good job, Tyler.
Pai te whakaroa Counties Manukau ki te tuki ki tēnā puru. Kia neke haere tā rātou team. Kai oma ki te pai rua.
And this time he's just pushed one out. Third base eats it up.
Great double
and
play.
gets the double. And that is a big help to Canterbury's defensive effort.
Got that double up.
I actually thought that was hitting the gap there, Gary. Yeah, but
Another one that looked like it. That's
yeah, great out there by Bronson Harper, third base, who came across and took it up in the air. There it is, turned quickly to get the double play. 5-1, 5-3, and 2 down, double play. Nice work.
Tommy Harness-Star it is, hits one out to the fence. It goes into the fence on the full. He turns at one now, it goes to two. He's got a gas to burn, this boy. Comes in for a stand-up triple.
Pai tēnā patu ki te rohe Māui, ki te taiapa. Ka omohaere, kei ringa i tōna hoiho ki te pai tōru.
Just goes to show how crucial that double play was in the last previous play.
Yeah, would have been 3 runs down at this stage. Hit the fence on the floor. What a great power drive that was. And didn't even have to slide at third base. Pretty quick around the bases.
Yes, speed to burn. So that brings a conference.
O he pātaia te kai matua, ki te kai wawa.
Might leave that up to our umpire expert to interpret.
The better runner when he's touching first base in the first instance is entitled to either base.
So the coach is asking, Te Reo Pākehā, the coach is asking on that hit whether the better runner needs to touch the white base. They have the option of touching either base on that hit when they hit the first base.
Yeah. On an outfield hit.
On an outfield hit.
Yeah.
That's my understanding. If I'm mistaken, I'll go check with Brody.
It's great to have these umpires mic'd up. Could learn a few things.
Yeah.
Always sitting there.
One thing I've always learned being around softball, I've always got something to learn.
True that. No matter how long you've been in the game, there's always something to learn.
There's always something to learn.
So the Canterbury coach is asking for a miss base.
But it's only so long as he touched either one of them in that instance with the ball in the outfield, he's okay.
That's fine.
Bit of pressure on the young fella.
And again, another learning experience for all. You know, probably, if it's an infield hit, we know they have to touch the inside base. But of course, when it's an outfield hit, you've got 2 bases there that you can choose.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to move the game on now after that conference. You wouldn't be a good coach if you didn't go out and clarify things like that. D'Artagnan and Posimani up to bat now. Crucial position for Canterbury. Crucial in that they need an out to end the inning. And County's 60 feet away from another run. This time it's Posimani who hits one high out to right field. He gets under it and makes the catch. And there we go. It's Canterbury who are able to defuse that situation and don't allow in any more runs. Counties lead the ball game by 3-0. We'll be back to find out what happens in just a minute.
When the radio's on and the sound is hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa Toa. All the best throwbacks.
I te ana koe mo tātai wa haere ka.
Learn pūrākau. Explore te taiao.
Hai mai!
Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go now. We are into the third innings, 2 complete. It is Counties Manukau who enjoy a 3-0 lead over Canterbury. Diamond 1 action on Sorensen Field here at Fraser Park on a beautiful evening. It is just coming up 10 to 6 in the evening, and it is absolutely sensational evening for softball.
Karawhi tēnā epa ki te kirunga mo te poitahi.
One of these teams is going to go to the major semi to decide a grand finalist. So there's still a lot of softball to come. And there we see a shot out to left field. It's gone deep. It's one bounce into the fence. The runner rounds first, going second. He's heading to third. And he didn't need the dive because he would have been standing up. But that is a great way for Bronson Harper to get things going for his team, Canterbury.
Oh, isn't that a great lead off, a great start for the Canterbury team? They're trailing by 3 runs, but in this game it's never enough. And here we are, none down, and with a runner on 3, and coming into the meaty part of the Canterbury lineup.
Nā wari noi ho te karawhi o te patu ki tēnā poro ki te taipa, eh? Mai tērā poina. Nā wari noi ho te karawhi o te patu.
Looked so good off the bat, that one. Had that healthy crack.
Tino smooth.
Yeah.
Blake Knighton it is, up to bat for Canterbury.
Just going back to that last, it'd been a lefty too as well. It just has that curve away from the left fielder. Kaisak good enough, had to do a bit of chasing to get it down. He did really well to get it back in quickly.
Ka hoki mai ki te kau tēnei. Poitahi, kai tahi.
Now it is Counties who have been asked to do some work so that they don't have to impact the scoreboard here, as Canterbury, the runner on 3, none out, will be disappointed if they can't convert here.
I don't know if there was a squeeze on in that play or not, or it was a missed, or maybe it was just a fake squeeze, because the runner on third base certainly didn't break for the plate. But interesting play with none down, chasing 3 runs.
Definitely would have been an innovative play in this situation. This time it's just popped out to shallow right. Second base gets underneath it, takes it. It's not going to give the third base runner any time. So that's a nice out for Counties to have. Rico Ratu it is who will come up to bat. His father's one of the coaches in the dugout, pulling the strings in there. Stephen Ratu. Jason Harper's the other coach, along with, of course, Shah Poaka, making the decisions on the diamond. So a team of 3, a committee of 3 to do the coaching for Canterbury.
And of course, Steve Rautu is also the assistant coach of the New Zealand White Sox team, along with my son-in-law Craig Wallace from Hutt Valley.
Ooh, there we go. Evasive action required by the batter.
It's something you don't, the thought just occurred to me, is that you don't often see, different genders crossing over into different games. We've got Steve coaching here, coaching the White Sox, same with Craig.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of involvement with the Hutt City United team in Hutt Valley, also coaching the White Sox and formerly Saints teams. And now here we've got Shah Poaka and Michelle Kingy coaching in the men's game. So, it's a new trend, I feel, that's coming out.
It's good. Absolutely amazing. I love the look of it. Of course, we had the pleasure of having young Kaya come and see us today, but I also had the pleasure of watching her play down in Southland.
Oh, yeah.
And
MVP of the tournament.
That girl is something else, I could say.
Yeah.
Speed, power to burn.
Yeah.
I came there on the Friday of the tournament, and her batting average was already up to 811.
Yes.
Which is just
outstanding.
Mind-boggling numbers.
Yeah.
It didn't drop by much, even as they got in towards finals softball, where I think she ended the tournament at 735. So,
and a star player for the Junior White Sox team at the World Championships in Brazil. Can play adeptly at shortstop or second base, but pretty good softball genes, you could say. With Mother Carly Ratu, also national representative at one time.
Mother Carly Ratu, they followed her daughter down to Southland and opted to have a rest while the rest of the Ratu clan headed north.
I hate to see what their travel expenses are, following their kids around the motu.
Funny you should say that because I was in Brazil with the under-18s, with Carly and Kiri, and your daughter, Diana, Kiri, and they, yeah, quite an experience.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the girls played so well there, didn't they?
This time it's counties who don't affect the pick-off. Just in the last few innings of not just this game, the previous one, I don't know if they're almost a little gun-shy, but just seem catchers a little bit more reluctant to let it go. There, it's put on the deck this time. And it's the lead runner. Counties go for.
Oh, that might have been very close.
Tata.
Yes.
Tēnō tata tira.
Let's have a look
Here's
at this replay.
Oh, I'm going to... Wow, we do have the benefit
We
of
do
a
have the benefit
replay,
of a
folks,
replay.
and he's
That's
right
right.
on the spot. So, you
What
know,
an amazing play from Hunter Bailey, eh?
Yeah.
Everybody would have expected him to take the second out at first base, but no, he turned and looked at the lead runner.
With one out, the pressure is fully on, though,
Yes.
if that safe is upheld. Loaded bases.
And perfect positioning there, too, of the third base. Oh, that's the way the cookie crumbles, it's been called.
Got to go with the Blues' decision on that.
We do have, the benefit of a replay. But it was an excellent play there by Count.
It does show the glove on the arm, even in normal speed.
Yeah.
But he
An
doesn't-
amazing positioning there from third base, Tamihana Star.
He doesn't have that angle to look at either.
Oh, tika, ko te ahua nei, ko te rā kai wawa, kei mū ki aia, te tākoro.
And now we've got Canterbury right back in.
Right back in
loaded
with one
bases.
down.
Chasing 3 runs.
Nice comeback from Bailey. Hunter Bailey out there doing the pitching. Sometimes it looks like he's just settling in to a rhythm and then Canterbury upset him. So good work by Canterbury. They've just got to get those runners across home plate.
Well, there's a lot of pressures on out there, isn't there, being the pitcher? And, we've got loaded bases. We're early in the game. We've got Tyler Rush, the batter in the box. He looks pretty athletic. I imagine if he's been picked up by the Warriors, he's a great all-round athlete with a good eye.
Yeah. Comes in at number 5 in the order. I think prior to that he was hitting in the clean-up spot. Just underlines the depth and how far into the order they go with their batting. Now things are getting interesting for the defensive side.
O ko te whakaaro o te kaiepa, he hauku. Hauku e tēnā, hoi anō. Ko te kai wawa, e kao, he poro.
White hot out there now for Counties Manukau as we've got a full count on this pitch. And Tyler Rush knew exactly where that pitch had to be and swung accordingly.
We talked before about Canterbury having to keep the ball off the plate away from the dangerous Counties Manukau hitters, and similars happening right here with young Hunter Bailey. He'll be very aware of the batting prowess of Tyler Rush. He won't be giving him anything to hit away.
Poi toru, haukai rua. He hiko.
Yeah.
There we
Pressure.
go. There we go. The pressure has told, and it's a walk. Unfortunately, the pressure doesn't go anywhere because the bases are still loaded. Still only one out with Rykos ISF or Stowers up to bat.
And being the DP, he's here because he's a good hitter.
Well,
And a
judging
useful
just-
one to come into the lineup at this stage.
Judging just by the size of his guns out there for a under 17 play, you know he's going to be hitting with power.
Yeah.
Oh, his arms are bigger than mine.
And of course, Iosefo is another famous Black Sox name from Canterbury.
Amazing.
many years ago now. My son enjoyed a trip to Europe and played alongside Panisi Isefel over there for a season.
Ka harawa te kaimati o Counties Manukau. Ki te whera nei, hei kōrero ki nā kai tākaro. E hoa mā, kia tau. Kia tau, mohi o koutou mai. Nā wari noi ho tēnei ki umu. Me kira, one pitch at a time.
And I think it's a really good strategy there for Michelle Kingi to go out and have a chat to the young fella on the mound, and should be one who understands the pressures, being a former White Sox pitcher herself, so be hoping to calm the young fella down and just get back in. And
it's an unenviable situation for the pitcher now. I mean, I know some of these guys would probably say, I got myself into this situation, but the thing about it is, of course, is an out is only going to mean an out. It's not going to end the innings for them yet. So
well, a double play
could do it, but we will see how they respond to the pressure, because it's the sort of pressure we haven't seen them be under too often today. Here we go back. It's Hunter Bailey who continues to go to work. 3 balls again. He's back into this situation. No strikes. This time he finds the zone.
Haukai tahi. Poi toru, haukai tahi, Huama.
3 balls, 1 strike again. Just continues to not go away. The pressure on the fielding team out there. And again, they've given it up.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to go to some changes here.
Sorry, can you hold on? Can we go through that a little bit slower, please? 2 to 3.
We'll just see what change counties will be looking to do. A change on the mound, I would think.
1.
I would say that the first base, Makaida Kingi Hicks, will be coming out to pitch.
Ai, ko te ahua nei, te haere ake.
Positional changes for counties.
Hicks ki te
Slot
dugout.
2, we have position 4 going to position 2.
Pia.
Slot 3, we have position 2 going to position 3. Slot 4, we have position 3 going to position 1. And slot 5, we have position 1 going to position 4.
3 defensive changes.
Thank you very much.
We now have Makaida Kingi Hicks on the mound. He would have spent a bit of time going to get his
There we
on.
go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll sort out the changes that are being made. In the meantime, we'll bring this pitching change to you from Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. We'll be back in just a minute.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.
Te ana koe mō tātai wa haereka.
Learn Pūrākau. Explore Te Tai Ao.
Whai mai.
Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
104.9 and 94.9 Atiawa Toa.
When the radio's on and the sound is hot, you just shout to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa Toa. All the best throwbacks.
And here we are back in the third innings, and Manukau have made a few defensive changes. Pitcher Hunter Bailey has gone to second base. Second base Dwayne Pusimani has gone to catch. Cole McWilliams, who was the catcher, has gone to play first base. And first base Makairi Kingi Hicks has gone onto the mound.
There we go, quite the shuffle around it is for Manukau in this one. They are under some extreme pressure at the moment. Canterbury have helped themselves to 2 runs and is now a 1-run ball game. The pressure doesn't finish for Manukau, however, as it is still loaded bags and still only 1 out. Chucky Tahere up to bat.
Tough position for young Makaira Kingi Hicks to come into. He hasn't had an opportunity to do some warm-up off to the side. He started as first base. He's a pretty powerful hitter, and he's having to come out here and pitch without too much of a warm-up.
There we go, he finds the zone. He was 3 in the hole there. 3 balls, 1 strike it is. 1 out.
Waituri hoi kaitahi.
Kingi Hicks pitched the full game against Canterbury this morning, so they have seen him. This time it's gone high, and I think the Blues already called infield fly.
Aha ko te infield fly. Te mea ki tēnei ko te foul ball no reira. Ko whakakoringia te infield fly.
Again, it's one of those tough outs, you know, that sort of ball that's tipped up there tends to rotate back out to the field. And whilst the young catcher Pusimani was under it, it just moved a little bit in this unusual wind that we have here in Wellington. And yeah, he'll be kicking himself for not taking that catch.
I think sometimes you hear the weathermen use the technical term swirly.
Koina te pupuhi o tawhiri mātia.
There we go, this time it is the walk. And Canterbury now are legitimately fully back in this ball game.
I toru nā hiko e huama, ka hoki mai a Waitaha.
Well, there was never any doubt that Canterbury were going to come back at some stage, but it still is very early in the game. It's not even halfway yet. We expect to see a lot of action yet.
I was fully expecting a comeback, Naomi. I did indeed think it. The question mark I had at the time was whether or not Canterbury could stem the flow from counties.
Well, it could have been quite a different ball game in the earlier part of the game if that right fielder hadn't taken that catch.
Absolutely.
Currently, Counties Manukau could have easily been 6 runs up.
Yep.
And so, you know, the whole game is often on moments, and that was one of those moments.
That's right. Too early in the ball game. Canterbury teams traditionally just don't go away.
They never have.
You never beat them until the last pitch is thrown. And to be honest, they never succumb until that last pitch is thrown. Doesn't matter how they find themselves.
And there's so much riding on this game as well too. And so there's probably a little bit of attention, a bit of nerves out there, especially I really feel for the pitchers out in the middle. It's a tough situation to be put in. And I think, you know, there have been a large number of walks here. I think they should just focus on letting their field do the work for them. Put the strikes in there. You know, if the batter hits the ball, let the field do the work for them.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's been a rare situation for a pitcher to be ahead in the count in this innings. It's evened up now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got to credit Canterbury with how patient they've been in that box as well. The walks I've had in this is 3 or 4 walks in this inning so far.
Ki te mata te epa o te kai epa, te epa maminga, change-up. Ka tērā epa piki, rise ball.
Yeah, one of the disadvantages of not being able to get a bit of a warm-up before you have to come in and pitch when you're playing on the field. Makaida's been playing first base, he's in the powerhouse part of the hitting order, he's now coming out to have to pitch. It's a big ask of a young fella. Nice.
This time he wins the battle, and it's finally Counties who managed to get an out any way they could is what they wanted.
Beautiful outside pitch, low.
And it was Kennedy that headed back to the dugout to be replaced by number 11, Dylan Creighton. And what an enthralling innings. It's still only back to 3-all, and Canterbury are all but through their order.
Epa piki tēnā, rise ball.
It's got a tremendous rotation on that rise ball.
Tino.
Fantastic. This one's gone high out to centre field. He's getting under it. Difficult conditions with that sun, but he takes it comfortably. And the pain is over for Counties in this one. And I do believe they've probably done well to limit the damage to just 3 runs. 3-all it is in this ball game now between Counties and Canterbury. We'll take a break and be back in just a minute.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the takutai moana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What he can do in 50,000 turn up.
Dan Carter knew the power of winning.
Your instincts tell you the sky's different.
The flip side of that was the intense pressure.
I'd go back to my hotel room and I'd be broken. Dan Carter, a perfect 10. Ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and this game just got very exciting. Bottom of the third innings we're in now, and early on it was all Counties Manukau, 3 runs in the first inning. Well, I can tell you, Canterbury have launched the comeback. They've squared this ball game up now into the bottom of the third innings. 3-all it is. It's Counties Manukau up to bat. We know what qualities they have brought. Well, we are seeing them under some incredible pressure at the moment. And it will be very interesting over the course of the rest of this game to see how they respond as we see the batter get a painful one right into the ankle.
It looks like the pitcher Tyler Rush has started with a really confident start, and that always comes with having your batters score a few runs for you. It takes the pressure off the pitcher, and he's put 2 really good strikes in right from the start.
Yeah, the view for him, even from the mound, hasn't changed as far as what he's looking at, but the state of the ball game has changed, and therefore that's changed for him.
Yeah, that's right.
Cole McWilliams it is into bat for Counties. Copped one of those painful stingers, probably right on the
Big
ankle
toe.
itself, or the big toe, yeah, toe crusher.
Well, the good thing about getting some early strikes in for young Tyler Rush is that you've got, you can lose a couple off the plate there, and it's still 2-2.
Yeah.
Counting 2 and 2. You still can come back in. Great pitch.
Okay, puts up.
There we go. There's Cole McWilliams that becomes the first out by way of a strikeout. Here in the bottom of the third innings, Mikaela Kingi Hicks, this Iron Man of the county's Manukau team. He pitches, he hits, plays on base. We'll see what he can do at this at-bat.
Earlier we talked about the need for players to produce their birth certificates, and you can see why. When you see this big unit in front of you, and we're playing in an under-17 tournament.
Yep. Yeah, it looks to me like he's looking down at 6 feet tall, so. Got a bit of presence in the mound to back it up as well.
Tino tata tēnei kaipati ki te pariti au, nei? Ki tōna tū.
Straight away looking at being very patient in there. There's a 3-0 pitch. He can afford to wait on that one and on this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
very nice pitch.
Oh. Tino e patira.
Yep, inside.
Poi tori hai kai rua.
Great spots to power hitting. You get it inside on the hands, there's not much they can do about it. This time he turns on it, goes straight to second base. And the out is made, the second out here in the bottom of the third innings. Nice work by the Canterbury defence. Playing like a team with their tails up, and why not? They've just scored 3 runs.
You can see a little bit of a lift in confidence there with the Canterbury team, can't you?
Yep.
Tino pakanga tērā ki te kai epa, ki te kai patu ai. Good battle.
Yeah.
Good battle.
It's turning into a great battle. That's what we like to see. Number 29 it is, Hunter Bailey. You got 2 of the top teams in the tournament meeting as we get into the sharp end of the tournament. The quality you expect to go up a notch or 2. Great pitch. Tyler Rush very much with his tail up at the moment. Seems to be gaining more control. Obviously now that his team's got him back on level footing. Very close that
very
pitch.
Close. He certainly seems to be throwing with more accuracy, and I think that comes with confidence.
This time it is, he picks out a similar line. Gets the nod from the blue this time. 2-2 count.
Oh, poi rua, hai kai te rua.
There we go. Underlines his dominance in this innings as the crowd goes wild as they change for the end of the third innings. 3 runs apiece it is. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute.
Best secondary school hockey teams battle for the Rankin Cup 2023.
All the big schools are here.
Tino uaua ki te rapu kai tākoro nā te iti o te kura.
I roto i ngā tau, ai, ko puta etahi wero, he wero i tā mātou whakamahi te reo. Ko etahi o ngā kai tākoro kua hāmene hia.
Ka whakawhiti koe mai i tō tinana ki tō ngākau. Kia toa i te kēmu nei.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the taku taimoana.
So they created legislation, Foreshore and Seabed Act.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What he can do in 50,000 turn up.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fraser Park. Diamond 1 action. We're on Sorensen Field. And what a game we've got on our hands now. We had Counties Manukau. They take an early lead as we see one pop out in front. Mikaeli Hicks takes the catch for the first out.
Nobody.
Bronson Harper it is who heads back to the dugout. He'll be replaced by number 18, Blake Knighton. The game is all square now with Canterbury 3 and Counties Manukau 3. Canterbury did it with some smart base running and some discipline in the box that earned them several walks, loaded bases, and then brought those runners home. So the scene is set for the concluding 4 innings to see who may come out of this one in the lead and get the advantage going into the semi-final tomorrow.
Hoi toru.
There we go. It's a 3-0 count. Mikaeli Hicks rears back. Lets it go. He's going to walk the first batter. Canterbury just keep rolling on that discipline in the box. Keep picking the walks. And it's up to Counties to adjust.
Kurato, who's already picked up 2 walks in this game.
He'll be steadily climbing the stats himself, as when he hasn't walked in this Canterbury team today so far, he's been hitting the ball, so not an easy out. I wonder if that sounds like any Ratu we know. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Since Canterbury came back to level the score up, the volume on the diamond and around the diamond has definitely picked up.
Kei reira te rā epa mo te haukaitahi. Poirua haukaitahi.
Definitely well supported, both teams. And we probably just need to point out that the outcome of this game does not decide the tournament actually for either of these teams.
Very true. Major semi-final, the winner goes through to the final. But it'd be good to get an update on Diamond 2, where Hutt Valley are playing Whanganui. The winner of that game on Diamond 2, the Shorefield, will play the loser of this game. And I wouldn't want to be a betting person on any of these.
There we see the bunt try to be executed there. It just flies into foul territory. And you're absolutely right. As you get into the pointy end of the tournament, I said the quality goes up, but the closeness of the contest and therefore the ability to choose a winner becomes even harder.
And isn't it fantastic to have 15 teams here? It's been quite a while, I believe, that we've had that many teams at a national tournament, and it just means that every game you play in round robin is really important to get to this point.
Mikaeli Hicks is now getting warmed up as he strikes out Ratu for the second out in the Canterbury innings.
Tino epa piki tērā. Mai Mikaeli. Mo te puta.
Number 4, Roman Nakumiroa comes into bat. This one is flown out into centre field, right down the throat of the fielder, who takes a good catch. And there we go. In the blink of that eye, the top of the fourth is finished. And we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth with no impact on the scoreboard. We'll see what happens. More action when we come back in just a minute.
Best secondary school hockey teams battle for the Rankin Cup 2023.
All the big schools are here.
Tino uaua ki te rapu kai tākaro nā te iti o te kura.
I roto i ngā tau, ai, ko puta etahi wero, he wero I tā mātou whakamahi te reo. Ko etahi o ngā kai tākaro kua hāmene hia.
Ka whakawhiti koe mai I tō tinana ki tō ngākau. Kia toa I te kēmu nei.
I te ana koe mō tā tāua haerenga.
Learn pūrākau. Explore te taiao.
Hai mai.
Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at Sorensen Field in the Hutt Valley. Fraser Ballpark it is. Counties Manukau taking on Canterbury in this tight contest. You couldn't get much tighter. It's 3-3 as we're in the bottom of the fourth innings. It's Counties up to bat as they saw a 3-run lead evaporate as Canterbury came storming back into this one. All level.
Young batter in the box, Hamiora Tuira, is currently the top of the batting stats for after day 2. Phenomenal average of .857.
Wow.
6 safe hits from 7 turns at bat.
That is absolutely incredible. Hamiora Tuira, the batter, he will be followed in the on-deck circle by Jackson Tapaki. Nice job done by Tyler Rush, whose confidence is high out there now.
Ka paia Tyler Rush mo tēnā epa, mo te haukai puta.
Who has struck out 3 of the last 4 batters, just to underline that emerging dominance he's beginning to have. Jackson Tapaki in now. And he really is peppering that zone. After earlier not quite being able to find it.
O taka he, Gary. I te wā ka tae waitaha ki te patu. I nā oma I toru. Ka piki ake te wairua o tēnei kaiipa ki runga I te mount. Ka tino piki ake tōna wairua. Playing with confidence.
Yes.
Dylan Creighton doing the catching in there is... let's not forget the work he's doing for his pitcher. He's calling the spots.
Just watching from the back here, it seems to me that young Rush has more success going to the inside of the plate.
Yeah.
But he's certainly come back a lot more confident than he was from the beginning of the game.
Pitching very much like a young fella who's used to being given a bit of leeway on the outside of the plate.
Yeah, could be.
Just like that, not quite close enough. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a full count. Counties Manukau are now looking to get some bodies on base. Hasn't been since the first innings that they've been able to do that, but on this occasion, the walk is picked.
Oh.
Number 34, Kozak, good enough, comes in.
And this is when counties Manukau become quite dangerous when they've got runners on base.
This time that doesn't help their cause as they get the pass ball. And that's basically a free base for counties Manukau with one down. We now have Jackson Tapaki at 2 in a scoring position. With his pace, anything that finds the grass is going to score the runner. What an interesting game to be a coach in now.
Yes, it certainly is a game of strategy.
Yeah.
And
there's maybe some plans at the beginning that might have to be shelved, and you're formulating or evolving new ones as the game goes on.
yeah, and we changed the short game there. It didn't quite come off, but with one down, that's interesting. And putting somebody into a scoring position is what they're all looking for to score the go-ahead run.
They haven't been frightened to call it steal from 2 to 3 as well. Very much it has been a productive call for counties Manukau throughout this day.
I think the fact that it's a tied ball game kind of stops you or makes it a little bit tougher to steal those spaces where you can't afford to lose that runner at 3.
And this time it's counties who reply. Plenty of pressure now on Canterbury. They got runners at 3 and 1 and only one out.
Te roa ki tēnā kaupatu, katoa te epa poi whā o te hikoe, ka niki ia ki te paitahi, ka niki tōna hoa ki te paitoru. Ko nā ducks on a pot.
Tyler Rush, who had been looking incredibly. Oh, here we go. He's got fooled by the cut again. This time it's Canterbury looking to execute. And...
Yeah.
Both runners called safe?
No, the runner at 3 was called off in the play by Canterbury. They had a cut at second base. He threw it back to the catcher, run him down. Fine play there on defence. But it was an errored throw back to third base. So we're trying to get the back runner, and of course that was spilled.
There we go. There's the cut there. The throw comes in. And I might have got fooled by the umpire, but at one stage there he called safe as the player came home.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was just a bit of interference.
He's out.
There was no tag. There was no tag.
Plate umpire's called safe.
Yeah. I just wondered if that was on the runner going to 3. Wiramu, how say you? You got the final word on it. 5-3 or 4-3? 5-3 with 2 out or 4-3 with...
Well, e rua, well, 2 scored here.
Yeah, so 2 scored. So 1 out still. Wow, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just on the...
So the play at the plate, the first play at the plate was called out. And then there was the errored throw from the pitcher down to third base. And so the second runner came in and scored.
So 1 run scored. 2 out. Wow, there we go. So much goes on out there. So it's a 1-run ball game. I thought 2 scored as well. We might get an official word on that if we can at some stage from the scorer.
Yep.
Keep us up to date. Kani Hiraka, it is up to bat as it is. Our scoreboard out there has got 5-3 and he's sitting right beside the official scorer.
No, 2 runs scored. Quite correct there, Gary.
Well, there we go.
A lot of action going on all at once.
Too much.
All within seconds.
I had 2 thoughts. I thought he had called safe at home, or had he called safe at 3 for the runner going there?
Yeah.
He got safe on the tag.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There we go.
He didn't have a tag.
Yeah. And of course we saw that in replay with umpire quite clearly calling him safe.
Well, that young man can dance. He's danced his way around the tag and made it safe home. There we go. Rush pulls the strings on Kani Hiraka for the 3rd out. Second out,
Second
my
out.
apologies. Second out, we go to the top of the order. Tamihana Star, it is now Canterbury, who are re-looking at a deficit of 2 runs. 5-3, it is Counties Manukau. I did wonder when Canterbury made their comeback how Counties would respond. Well, as it turns out, just fine. As Tamihana Star, who has been a real star for this team throughout the day, just keeps producing some fine work.
Hitting 1,000 in this game. Triple to the fence in the second innings. Safe it to right field. Hits all sides and took a walk. So that's not bad. 1,000 hitting.
Not too
average.
bad in the context of the ball game. That's been extremely tight. He's a real athlete and he can scorch around the bases, and so can this guy, number 10, D'Artagnan Posimani.
E pa kei ringa I te preti, ko te karanga te kaiwawa. Hau kaitahi.
It's amazing, Naomi, how quick things change. We were telling everybody how great and how confident Tyler Rush was going. As soon as the steal is made, or not made, and is not made. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll finish that when we come back. That is 4 complete, and what a ball game we've had. We are having 5 runs to 3. Counties Manukau over Canterbury. We'll be back in just a minute.
When the radio's on and the sound is hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa Toa. All the best throwbacks.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the slow motion replay. There we go. He dances around the tag, and you can see by the reaction of the man making the tag that he didn't affect it. Safe at home there. Then the overthrow, and in comes the runner. Safe at home there. So much was going on there, we all got confused about what the calls were and what had happened. Well, the only ones that weren't confused are Counties. 5 runs to 3 as the umpire Lesperance shows us why they need to wear masks. Excitement aplenty now in this ball game as it is Counties who have shown their fighting qualities by going back in the lead of this one. And we haven't talked about him for a while, but Mikaeli Kingi Hicks starting to do a great job out there for them.
Yeah, we're getting into the top of the 5th now, and I think, pitchers all need that rhythm. They just need a little bit of time to start hitting in, and it looks like he's starting comfortably, and that's really good.
Well, he's pitching to his opposite pitcher, Tyler Rush. Stands on the other side of the plate.
Could be bragging rights here.
Yeah, he's a lefty. Has a hard swing at change-up. Goes out there.
Great catch.
And if he got that, he got it.
Yeah.
And I wonder who that was.
Tamiana Star. Wow.
Koina te whetu o te timanei o Counties Manukau, Tamiana Star.
There's the replay. I didn't want to say it because people will be thinking I'm his #1 fan, but there we go.
Oh, great
What
out.
a great catch.
Yeah. And a real lift to the county's Manukau team as well, too. The defensive helps with the pitches, confidence, everything. What a great play.
Rikos ISF for Stowers up to bat now. And the pressure well and truly back on Canterbury. They'd eased it considerably there. And we did wonder at that stage how counties would reply. Well, the answer is very well indeed.
Tino koe tēnā epa, epa māmina.
What's interesting is that Makaira Kingi Hicks' picture on the mound for Counties Manukau pitches pitches from the right side, but hits from the left side. That's a little bit unusual. You would normally expect a lefty hitter to be pitching from the left side on the mound.
I know another one who does exactly that. My boy.
Oh, is that right?
Pitches right, bats left.
Yeah.
He swapped a gene with his sister because she bats, throws right and... No, throws left and bats right. That's the opposite side, isn't it?
We've got a little bit of an update here from Diamond 2. It's the bottom of the 5th, and Hutt Valley are leading Whanganui 5 runs to 3.
Oh, nice tight game over there.
Another tight game over there.
Good on Wanganui.
Yeah.
Showing their real... Oh, there's a hit. This time it's gone down the third base line. And it is a Rikos OSF for Stowers, the DP in the lineup, who gets Canterbury underway. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th innings. Top of the 5th innings, sorry. 1 down.
Pata ki te pai tori, ki te wahi o te pai Maui, ka taia te kaipatu ki te pai tai.
Lisa's come in under the DP.
Okay, so that's a position. Yep. Okay, so okay.
So we're going from 10 to 9.
Yeah, sure. I'll try that down.
Devin Hardy comes in to do the running for ISF for Stowers.
Okay, happy. Awesome.
Thank you.
Flex replacing DP.
As you heard there, Gary, team goes down. Goes
The
from 10
flex is coming
players
in
down to 9.
for the DP. Thank you.
Chucky Tahiri is up to bat for Canterbury. The runner at 1 down.
A lot riding on both of these games here on Diamond 1 and 2. A lot of great excitement down at Fraser Ballpark. Winner of this game straight through to the final tomorrow. The winner of Diamond 2 game between Hutt Valley and Whanganui will pay the loser of this game for the right to play in the final.
Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Straight to the grand final for the winner here. So there is an enormous amount to play for. It was Counties Manukau who've played all their games. This is their 3rd game in a row on Diamond 1. You see the Steelers on. The throw's out there. And the out is done. That's 2 on the trot.
Oh, well done. Dwayne Posimanu down to second base. What a great steal. What a great out.
Koina te money throw I Huama.
Right on it too, wasn't it?
Yeah, right on it.
Natio Kennedy up to bat. Oh no, it's still Chucky Tahiri, my bad. The throw was made for the second out. 2 down.
Of course, the other person in that last play was Jackson Tapiki. He really laid that tag down beautifully on that stealing base runner.
These guys are just so fast that you really do have to execute those plays to pinpoint perfection.
Oh, it has to be right on the mark. Otherwise, you're not going to get them, and they're in a scoring position. So great pressure there. Great pressure from Canterbury, and great response from Counties Manukau.
Very impressed with the arm of Posimani. That's 2. He's fired out at second base. Here we go, this time it's a walk.
Oh, hei koe mo tēnā.
This time it'll be a number 9, Natio Kennedy. Here we go, Canterbury looking to exert some pressure of their own now with the runner on deck. Great start for an early strike from Kingy Hicks. Really was needed in this at-bat. Oh, this time it's Counties are guilty of going to sleep a little bit.
Yep.
As they allow the runner to scamper across the 2.
Yep. That was a soft run. A soft advance.
Really was a free base.
Yeah. Smart base run.
This time it's popped up in front. And it is that man again who makes the third out for Canterbury, unable to impact the scoreboard. A trail in this ball game against Counties Manukau by 5 runs to 3. Find out what happens when we come back in just a minute.
Dan Carter knew the power of winning.
Your instincts tell you the Scots different.
The flip side of that was the intense pressure.
I'd go back to my hotel room and I'd be broken. Dan Carter, a perfect team. Ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the first pitch get thrown by Canterbury in the bottom of the 5th innings. It is number 10. It is for Counties Manukau. Tatani and Posimani up to bat. And what a great defensive display we just saw by Counties. Going to have to match it now if you're a Canterbury player. We're in the 5th innings now. And they'll start counting down outs. 2 runs. That's all there is. It's not a lot for Canterbury to make up if they're going to equal in this game.
Well, it never is. 2 runs is never enough in this age grade. You know, it doesn't take much to blow the game open. And we're getting into the end part of the game, and there'll be a bit of nerves and a bit of stress and all sorts of action. But I have to say that Canterbury played or Counties Manukau played that 1-3 play beautifully in the last innings, and then to see Tamiana Star take that outstretched catch and foul territory, it was just wonderful.
Ka kitea e mātou te kaipatu ko Tatanian Posimani. Tā te hiko e ki oia.
There we go, just a quick update for you is on the score in that other game. Hutt Valley have slightly extended it out to 6-2 over Whanganui. Number 40, Cole McWilliams it is, who comes to bat. And he's hit one hard out to centre field, straight down the throat of the centre fielder. Too hard for the runner to take advantage of it. But that came right out of the screws, that one.
It's not very often you write down a drive to 8. But that's what it was.
Whai te rongo o te patu e ne, ko te
Yeah.
Just that.
Hoi anō, ki runga, ki raro, ka hopu kia, ki wa.
The pop off the bat, unbelievable. This time the bunt's dropped, it's gone past the fielders.
Seno koi.
And that is execution at its best as he beats the infield to move the runner to 2.
Oh, beautifully executed, that little slap hit. Just put it into the gap.
Mikaela Kingy Hicks, who comes in and does the job for his team.
Tira ki tēnā tangata I te hatu e cheat ana, eh?
6-3 Hutt Valley in that other game.
Substitution, counties. Slot 4.
Here we go. Looks like a change to the runner at 1, is it? Hunter Bailey up to bat for Counties, who are just showing us why they are such a dangerous team.
I think it's a smart substitution too as well. Makaere Kingi Hicks has been such a feature of this game. And he's able to come out and bring a quicker runner in, and Kingi Hicks, of course, can return to the game.
This time it's bobbled out over the head. It's been taken, the out has been taken at 1. But he's done his job too now, and he's advanced those runners to 2 and 3. 2 down, Hunter Bailey does the job.
I think the Riku Ratu made that play look a little bit easier than it actually was. It actually hung in the air for quite a while, and he had to unload it pretty quickly to get the out at first base.
It's one of those ones that half hop.
Yes.
You know, you can see the runner advancing. You're still waiting for the balls up in the air.
Yeah.
You got to wait for it and the patience they show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicely executed.
This one on the inside. Oh, this one 2 inside again. 2 balls. No strikes.
Oh, great pitch, way to come back.
Brings
Good
it in, nice pitch.
Yep.
Every so often he just loads one up, and then it looked like it had a couple extra K on it as well.
Yeah.
Poirua haukai tahi.
Very impressive. That one a little bit too low. Seems to change. The situation is very fluid and changes almost with every pitch now.
Koe nei te tino patu ma te kai patu. E hi koe.
E hi koe, eh? Down to first base on the walk. Lovely job, lovely patience shown by the batter. And it is Jackson Tarpiki up to bat now. It's shown that he is fully capable of winding into the pitch as well. There's that spot that Rush has been looking for. This time's going to be interesting. He's going to score a run as the ball goes past. There's another overthrow, and here comes the snap. 2 runs have scored. And it just breaks open so fast.
Yeah, it certainly is. I hope we're keeping up with this. So what happened there was a wild pitch. The runner on third base scored. The replacement runner for Makaere Kingi Hicks went from second base to third and broke for the plate as well too. Great base running there, good calling there by coach Michelle King. Of course, that throwback from the catcher to the plate is always going to be backed up by somebody in the infield, and unfortunately it wasn't, and that allowed the next base runner to come in.
The throw that tried to take the out at 3, that was an interesting decision.
Yes.
I thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think the play was still on at home plate?
I'd like to see a replay of it, but the decision was made in the snap.
Yeah.
And if it was that close, then it may very well have been the right decision to make.
Yeah. It was one of those bang plays. I suspect that the receiving fielder, I think it may have been the third base, wasn't quite ready to receive it. He got a bit of a surprise too. So hopefully we can see that in the playoff.
There we go, Tyler Rusher.
Yeah.
It is, who strikes out the batter, who for some reason started heading towards first base. It doesn't matter, he's out on the strikes, and it is Canterbury who are now 4 runs down in this ball game over Counties Manukau, as we just see a couple of highlights there, but we'll take you out on those highlights.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the taku taimana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What he can do in 50,000.
We're going.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go to this enthralling ball game, and Counties Manukau have now stolen a bit of an advantage on Canterbury in this one, who have proven that they can come back. But it is 7 runs to 3 now to Counties, who look like the team with their tail up. But Canterbury, the battlers they are, we know they're not going anywhere. So it'll be interesting to see here now in the top of the 6th innings what they bring to their fight back. And that's not a bad start. It's gone over the head of left field. It's gone all the way to the fence. And this time the throw is on. And he's held up.
What a great hit there from catcher Dylan Creighton. Over the head of the left fielder, Isaac Goodenough. And I think he had a little bit of trouble with the sun too as well. But I think that hit actually cleared him anyway, regardless of the sun.
Yeah, he may have got a touch of glove on it, but that was a very difficult catch if it was a catch at all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Great hit. Just what Canterbury needed to get him going. Make some inroads on the scoreboard. And there's a nice pitch to in reply. Dylan Creighton, of course, comes in at number 9 in the order. So with Bronson Harper up now, Blake Knight and Ratu and Kumiroa, all top of the order to come. It's a grand opportunity now for Canterbury to make a fight back in this game.
Well, they're chasing 4 runs and they've got 2 innings to do it.
This time it's popped out into the centre field. It is going to hit the grass, and straight away it is Canterbury who have answered.
Yeah, nice work, Canterbury there. Great little hit there. Texas Leaguer, I think they used to call it. Just dropped him there, just in front of the centre fielder, Hamiota Tuiri. Run scored, and a runner safe at 1.
They peel one back on that deficit. What a great job by Canterbury to get themselves back underway. And there we go. This time it's almost in repeat, as it is Canterbury that take advantage of a free base on the pass ball. And it is Hutt Valley who continue to advance in their ball game, now by 8 runs to 3 over Whanganui.
Ka hoki mai te kai epa, mi kaire ki te poreiti, mo te haukai. Koe tahi, haukai tahi.
Number 18, Blake Knighton. None down. Runner has already scored. There's a runner out there at 2. It is amazing how often this game has switched around.
I was just thinking, as a coach, you've got to have nerves of steel to be doing this. And it's almost every game. It's so up and down. You think you're comfortable and then you're not. The opposition come back at you. Gosh, it's exciting right to the very end.
You know, in the context of this game, Naomi, a 4-run to defend
should be enough.
Would be a luxury, wouldn't it? But as we've seen time and time again, playing against Canterbury, you can never sit back on it.
No. Great spectator game, isn't it? So much action offensively and defensively.
Wanganui te Main Street mo te.
Caught the batter looking on that one, all right, eh?
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Rico Ratu up to bat. This young man has been outstanding for his team today.
Batting at number 3 means that he's, a pretty consistent hitter.
Looking to advance their cause.
Ooh, inches.
Inches in that one as it's called foul.
Centimetres.
Nice hit by Ratu.
Ratu's had 2 walks and a strikeout in this game, and that perhaps makes him a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah.
One of those hitters really wanting to get a ripper hit away.
This time it sails just a little bit too high to be called a strike. There we go now. Very, very patient in the batter's box. This young Ratu, 3 balls, 1 strike. Here we go. It's the elements of the arm wrestle in this game.
Yeah.
A little bit of chess out there as well.
Yeah. No, that was a great pitch from King Hicks.
There we go.
And
He's hit
again.
that spot twice.
Yep.
You can see the feeling as this game as young Radu didn't agree with that one, but there's only one man that has to make the decision.
Too close to leave.
Ai, ka hara mai te poro ki Wanganui te Pereti, mo te hakai puta. Can I help you? Just looking.
Canterbury not done yet though with this young
like
fella,
that.
the Ramana Kumuro. One hit to the outfield will score 2 runs.
Romana Kumiroa up now. Runner still at 2 down. There we go, there's the hit that Naomi was looking for. It's gone out to left field. The throw comes back in. It's not going to be in time. And Canterbury continue this comeback from what was 2, now to 4, and now back to 2.
I don't know what made me think there were a couple of runners out there, but obviously the one who'd scored earlier. But here you go. Game's not over until it's over.
And we talked about that production from the top of their order while they've gotten it.
Yeah.
This time it's Tyler Rush in the bat.
There's something about his demeanour that impresses me, this Tyler Rush. His presence in the batter's box.
Yep. Yeah, very well organised in there. Looks like he knows what he's doing. In truth, you can say that about a lot of the batters in both of these teams.
Very athletic young men.
In a game that really is shaping up to be worthy of a final.
Yeah.
We've
There's
had
been some outstanding plays.
Yeah, there have been, absolutely. If you had to talk about it after, if this was the game that's being played at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if this is the quality we can expect at 1 o'clock tomorrow, then bring on the grand final.
Another great day at the ballpark tomorrow.
he poro. Wai tori hoi kaitahi mo te kaipa tēnei.
This one's popped out to Star at third base. Fires it across the diamond for, in the context of this game, was a regulation out. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are now into the top of the 7th innings. And bottom 6 is there, bottom of the 6th inning. Counties up to bat. They continue to lead, but only by slim margin over Canterbury by 7-5. We'll be back in just a minute.
Okay. Let's go then, eh?
You want to just jump in, the dark horse?
Deep down, that's all we want. Just freedom. You sucker. You better watch out, you fool.
Often think of my cousin.
She didn't have anyone.
She had us.
You're pretty beautiful.
Same.
We're going to get you back, Mata. I promise.
Kiriata no Aotearoa, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're now into the bottom 6. Bottom of the 6th innings here at Fraser Ballpark. It's Counties Manukau taking on Canterbury. What a ball game it has been between these two great associations. We have seen the lead change a couple of times. We have seen advantage one team, advantage the other. Currently it is advantage Counties Manukau. Enjoy the lead by 7-5 over Canterbury. It'll be all on Canterbury after 3 outs in this ball game, in this innings, to see what they can do in reply. Pitcher change out there. Tyler Rush has made way in this one for George Smith.
Kare ai te tino mōhua te take iko nei ka neke atu a Rush, ka haramai a George. Mea waua tēnā kia mārama te kaupapa o te kaimatua. Hoi anō, e mōhio ana ia te kaupapa, and kei oia te tikana.
Bottom of the 6th innings, and the left fielder Kaizak good enough has picked up 2 walks in this game to date. Now facing the new pitcher, George Smith.
Just as the shadows begin to lengthen across the diamond here at Fraser Park, and that can just throw another dimension on things as well. The pitcher will be in full sunshine in a little while, and the batters will be standing in the shade. So that will happen shortly. That one fouled back to where the catcher did not know where. He does now.
He must have felt it. I'm pretty sure it hit him.
It did. He certainly didn't show it if it did.
Oh, there he is, shaking his hand.
Good enough. Been a very important member of this team throughout the day also for Counties Manukau. Pitched the full game against Hutt Valley.
Ooh, that was close.
Tēnō tata tērā epa, hoi anō.
Sometimes batters live and die by calls that close.
Ana te hikoi.
We've said that a few times in this ball game. The walk down to 1 is given to replace by number 33, the DP in the lineup, Kani Hiraka. And similar situation to when Canterbury were batting. If you are going to see the top of the order, and you don't really want to get to the middle of the order. Well, really, they're strong from 1 to 9.
Pretty strong all the way, 1 to 9. I've talked about this county's Manukau coaching combination of Michelle Kingy, but not a lot about Matt Hicks, her husband, who's currently coaching on first base. Also a top ball player in his time.
Very knowledgeable duo out there.
Oh, they've done a lot of great work in Counties Manukau for the boys and the girls. It's an association that has really, really come through over the last couple of years. You know, now at the top of the, the age grades in both the girls and the boys game.
Yeah.
And it doesn't just happen. There's a lot of solid work going on down
They really are
there.
picking away at the call it the big provinces, but I'd go almost as far to say as they are one of the big provinces now.
Well, it's certainly in results. Yeah, certainly in results. Yeah. And great work.
Here we go, runner at 1 on the walk.
Poikirunga, poiki wahu.
Hiraka, sorry.
Hey, foul.
Hiraka, how did he go out?
Strikeout. Took me a while to answer that one because I hadn't written it down.
It was while we were waxing lyrical about counties and Manukau and the lovely work that they've been doing in the softball game, which we always like to say and point out.
Oh,
there's a hard hit out to left field. The elder's got it out there, and the runner's come around too. He's heading towards 3, and there we go.
Paitira pati ki te wāhi Māui, ka neke hare nā kai pati me te kai oma.
And the third safe hit of the game for Tamiana Star. A triple, a safe hit to right field, and now a safe hit to left field.
I've been such a fan of this kid, the way he's played in this tournament today. In this game as well.
Outstanding.
He's been absolutely outstanding, where he just underlines it.
Absolutely.
But hitting one out to the opposite field for him because he's left-handed batter.
Yeah, that's right.
And hard.
Yeah,
like
that was drilled. Absolutely drilled.
D'Artagnan Posimani now into bat for Counties Manukau. Hits one hard into the turf, foul territory.
Counties Manukau just keep coming at them, don't they? Just keep coming.
Yeah. Just when you think you're getting close to edging them, which Canterbury were at one stage. Their tails were up, they were confident. Counties Manukau answered them.
Yeah.
Kai puta mo te kai patuna.
And Posimani it is who strikes out. Second out here in the innings. They don't do this very often, but Cole McWilliams up to bat. Gives them every opportunity of scoring. And that doesn't surprise me.
No.
Hikoi wātea, free walk.
And it was McWilliams who tripled to the fence in the first innings. He struck out after that, but he drilled the ball to centre field in his last turn at bat. So it's no surprise that it's been put in base with an intentional walk.
Gives them the automatic on every base.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say it's over when we've got this number 4 hitter, Makaira Kingi Hicks, stepping into the batter's box, but defensively...
By no means,
yeah,
that's right.
Defensively, maybe a little bit easier. They've got an out at every base.
This time it's skied up very high into the air as Ratu gets under it and makes no mistake with that one by getting 2 hands to that catch for the 3rd out. Here in the 6th innings, well done by Canterbury to get out of that one under white-hot pressure from Counties Manukau. They've got one more back to see if they can rescue this one from the fire. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Well, welcome back. And what a lovely shot. Hutt Valley boys victorious in their game against Whanganui, gathering on the sidelines to watch the final showdown in this match before us. Counties Manukau it is taking on Canterbury. We had a brief look at the slow motion replay of that hit, and there it is. Lovely catch by Ratu, but have a look at number 40 as he's about 6 or 7 metres off his line, heading towards the kid catching the ball, but unable to affect any change in the demeanour of the fielder.
You could say he was taking a wide berth looking for
third base
to get down to third base.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe Widdamu's a little bit more cynical.
As an umpire, you're always watching.
Yeah. That's right, you're always watching. It was that world-class umpire, Mr. Widdamu Tamaki, sitting beside us, who pointed that out.
Looks like we've got a new batter in the box for Canterbury. It's the top of the 7th innings. They're chasing 2 runs, and it's Devon Hardy.
Devon Hardy, who is the number 10 player in the lineup, comes in for a bat. This time it's for Rikos Osefo Stowers, who I did notice got a runner on in his last at bat, so possibly just a little niggle there as well. Which in fact was Hardy. So
that's right. He's just stayed in the game.
Stayed in the game.
And as Widdamu would say, they're down to 9 players.
Watch as the strike goes by for the impressive Mikaele Kingi Hicks. Fouls that one off for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes it is.
Ka te āhuatanga o tēnei kēmu, ko mahia te tino o County Manukau i o rātou mahi. Ka tae rātou ki te waru ki te ringa, te piro.
Throws this one into the dirt. Such an enthralling ball game. We are now in the top of the 7th innings. Canterbury are going to have to score at least 2 runs to stay in the ball game. 5-8, 3 runs to stay in the ball game.
Ka tae te kaite ki te koe toru, kai kairua.
Here we go this time. A lot riding on this game, of course, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of which goes through to the grand final tomorrow.
Dead ball.
The loser of which, of course, is not out of the tournament. They go on to meet what will be now Hutt Valley, with that game decided on Diamond 2 tomorrow morning. And that will decide the other grand finalist. So it's Hutt Valley, one of these 2 teams. This one flies out towards first. He's done a good job to make sure he's got plenty of room. Takes the catch for the first out.
Ka rere te manu ki runga, ki te taha, ka hopu kia mo te puta tuatahi.
Chucky Taheri it is, comes in to do the batting now for Canterbury. Very much looking to get them going in this one.
Kei runga e te string, eh?
Yeah.
Tēnei kai epa, kei runga e te string.
Always good to get that first out for Countess Manukau, especially in this situation, top of the 7th.
And there we go, the impressive Mikaele Kingi Hicks. Keeps on doing the work for his team.
Ai, ka aki aki tana hua ki aia.
Came in to do the job for Hunter Bailey, who hadn't been doing a bad job until that innings where Canterbury in the 3rd put on the 3 walks to balance it up.
In this situation, they came in the 3rd or 4th innings.
They also seem to be able to interchange their catches and not lose
That's right.
any
Great
quality.
versatility throughout the field.
Yeah. Time throws one up. Just got to keep those Canterbury batters guessing.
Kei te whakatoi.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Haven't given them anything to sit back on. Nothing to get used to. This time he trusts his field, puts one down the tube. It's that man again. He takes the catch out there above his head. Great job again by Tamihana Star, who has been a cornerstone for the team throughout this day, not just this game. Natio Kennedy comes into bat. Number 9 for Canterbury, and what is possibly the final throw of the dice for them. One down, 2 down, or 3 down, and it didn't, or sorry, 1 down or 2 down, it didn't make much difference. The description was still to make sure they got somebody 60 feet that way. Which haven't been able to do yet. Pulled this one across the 3rd base foul ball line.
Good to see 3 counties Manukau fielders there, with a faint chance of picking that
all
catch
converging.
up. Yeah, all converging, wanting that 3rd out for the ball game.
Hungry even after 3 games.
Yeah.
Now on Diamond 1. And let's not forget who they've beaten in those 3 games. Canterbury twice and Hutt Valley.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty impressive.
High workload. High workload.
what
great
a
one to
great
finish
pitch
on.
to end the game by Mika Eddie Kingy Hicks. Pulls the strings on it, strikes the batter out, and it is Counties Manukau who round out the winners here, and they'll go direct to the grand final. Who will be waiting for them? Well, we don't know yet because that's yet to be decided between Hutt Valley and Canterbury tomorrow. Naomi, how did you see that one?
Oh, what an exciting ball game right through to the end, and you've got to give it to Counties Manukau for their versatility in the field, their ability to run bases, take extra bases when they got them, and they've thoroughly deserved this one. I'd have to say, and I think you called it several times, Gary, that the MVP of this game has to be Counties Manukau third base, Tamihana Star.
Oh.
Yeah, outstanding hitting and fielding.
Here we go, Whittamoo, it's up to you, mate. How did you see it?
Hey, look, I roto te reo Māori, I te wā ka taia waitaha ki te toru o nā oma, ka taia te kemu, 3-all, ne? Ka re rātou te timo o Counties e a wanga. They didn't panic.
No.
They backed themselves.
Absolutely.
They absolutely backed themselves. Just made a couple of changes, and I like what you said about the interchange where the catcher didn't stay and then they had another catcher, so they're really versatile for their team. But they didn't panic, they just continued on with what they were doing and just backed themselves. So, koina.
Absolutely. Look, I'll just have one more quick say at it as we see the Counties Manukau boys getting ready to warm down, and they know what they've got ahead of them with the grand final tomorrow. It's not all over for Canterbury, who we've seen what qualities they bring to the diamond. And that should be an absolute doozy between them and Hutt Valley tomorrow. So I will just say goodbye for now, and I'll leave it up to the dulcet tones of Muramu Tamaki to take us out of this broadcast.
Tēnā koe, Gary, tēnā koe, Naomi, tēnā hokira ki te motu ki te hapori koutou mai, whakarongo ki tēnei huataka, e tiro ake ki tēnei huataka. Ko wiki tōria te timo o Counties Manukau I tēnei wā hoi anō he pakana anō a pōpō. Ka taia kai te whiti tonu tērā hoi anō ka tō, nō reira ka tō tātou. Nō reira, uhi, wero, haramai te toki, haumi e, hui e, tae ki e.